Does the hate that you experience in prison cause people to turn to violence? And was the prison system the cause of turning a criminal into violence and even making him worse than what he was before? And the logic behind that is not evident, because if a man can process his environment in two ways. He can take it and make it work for him, or he can take it and let it work against him. In other words, he can do what's right and come out of prison a better man and change, or he can come out worse. The environment that you lived in during your years in prison did not have one thing to do with what you do today now that you're out. You make a decision to commit a crime. That's your own evil nature. Oh, your foolish evil nature wanting to go back to prison. And the same way is with your decisions to get out and go on about your business and do what's right. Most prisoners I know, when they get out, they forget all of the years they was in prison. Everything about that past life they forgot. They put it out of their mind. And to reason that prison affects people in negative ways, it's illogical. Now, it's true. There shouldn't be unnecessary cruelty and unnecessary oppression placed upon any human being while he's doing his time. And the federal courts monitor that pretty close, as well as your local lawmakers. But no, you can sit there and you can learn how to fight in prison, and you can sit there and experience the hatred and the murder and the gangs for 20 years. Get out, go out here, forget all about it, and move on about your life. That's like these homosexuals. They say, well, once you're done in the rear end with a bunch of homosexuals screwing you in the rear in a rape situation, well, you're now a homosexual. That's the most illogical, ignorant shit that I've ever heard, because a man can take 6 of them up his rear in a rape, stand up, walk around like he's nothing ever happened, and his chest sticking out there like a real man, and nothing. You've never changed the psychological makeup of that man by homosexually raping that man in the rear end. And so, because it's mental, homosexuality is a mental illness, you might say. A homosexual is a homosexual because when he was at a very young age, he never identified with the men in his life. He never had any father, no men to identify with, and so he gravitated towards the feminine side. That's how homosexuals are created. And this illogical thinking about prisons is what a lot of people think. They like a lot of your hard line on crime, criminal justice type people justify their hard on crime policies and their discrimination against felons. They justify it by making the allegations that this guy is he's been locked up so long that this prison has made him a career criminal. Well, if that's the case, then why don't you change how these prisons are doing this? But they don't want to do that either. And the point is, prison does not impact you. It does not have any impact on you in your decision making on whether you want to commit a crime or not.